In this video, we talk about the classic posting rage bait to OF pipeline marketing technique. And we're going to talk about a new trend popular amongst suburban affluent moms, I guess. Very interesting. Curious to see what you think about it. Also, I was a few tequilas deep at this point, so grain of salt and all that, but let's get into it. You guys familiar with, I'm curious what you guys think about this chick here. She is always coming up on Twitter with these little short interviews. The way she sits, first of all, Jesus Christ. Here you go. Listen up.
Do you really think I'm not a good sister?
Well, it's not that you're not a good sister. It's just you gotta think that your actions don't just have, like, doesn't affect not just only you, but it also affects me. Like, next year, I'm gonna be applying for colleges, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do that with things that are on the internet. I might not even be able to get a girlfriend because people, like, they already know. In public, people ask me, do you really like your sister? Do you really approve of this? Like, I actually don't think this could work in my future.
Christian, with everything that I'm doing, like...
So, this is an old clip, but every week or two, this chick pops up on X, and it's like a podcast clip, but very similar to what I did with my wife. It's like clearly an obviously staged podcast clip. She is an OnlyFans model who makes money doing whatever, adult content, and she solicits her younger brother, who looks to be 16 at the most, underage, clearly. She solicits him to be part of her skits. Like, she writes these skits to make it it's like rage bait. So she makes it so he's acting under duress because his hotter older sister that does OnlyFans is ruining his life, right? In this one of these went super, super viral, like a long time ago, and now she just keeps making them. Like, little differences here and there, but no, of course he's in on it. No, I know. Like, I know the whole thing is, he's in on it, but the whole thing is just very fucking twisted and weird. It's like, hey, little bro, I know you're 15 and all of your friends are probably aware that I get fucked on camera and I make a bunch of money and I'm sure I'm taking care of like, they always justify it because they take care of their family, and I bought my dad his dream car. So it's like, it's all this kind of like copium and deflection from the fact that you are essentially bringing shame upon your family, for better or worse. But the brother's in on it because he's young, and it's like, that's the culture now. This is kind of the culture, but it just is very, I'm an old head, right? So this to me is just very fucked up. Got my 15-year-old brother in here, like, as part of the scripted video to act distressed about the fact that I'm an adult, you know, a independent adult star, when in reality, I'm just paying him a bunch of money to act the rest. And like, maybe he doesn't care, but like, he probably cares, you know? Like, they act this out, but he probably cares, I would think.
Christian, with everything that I'm doing, like, I've never once wanted it to
And the
affect
way
you.
she sits too, like, everything she's doing is completely engineered to get the maximum amount of rage bait. And it works wonderfully, honestly. Truly it does. I can't even believe... I've never even thought about it, but it's so, like, it's very aggressive to see a girl sit like that. If you were wearing, like, sweatpants, okay, I wouldn't think about it as much, but the suction cup fucking bike shorts, Jesus
like
Christ.
This. Bro, I'm sorry.
And the acting,
I really don't want it to affect you.
There's nothing else. Like
the acting's not even good.
Like, you everything up. I'm leaving.
And he walks out.
Bro, do you really?
That's crazy, because that's actually how I ended mine with my wife too. Instead of brainworms, we need shameworms. That's actually not bad. So this clip, like, and of course this clip has gone viral a billion times. Then all of these dumbass fucking X accounts that just repost viral clips over the years comes up again and again. But like, I've seen 5 or 6 other clips that are exactly like this, just scripted between her and her brother. You know what's crazy? Like, the toilet seat fake podcast clip that I did with my wife that went super viral a couple of years ago, I still get tagged in it, like being reposted on Instagram every 3 weeks. There's like a new manosphere account that reposts my viral toilet seat podcast clip 2.5 years after the fact. It's just like, there's just so many accounts that just spam recycled content. It's fucking, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it. Like, but this is the nature of marketing now. And I mean, we've seen this for a long time, specifically with adult content creators, where one of the best marketing techniques they can use is to have their OF or whatever their paywalled adult site is, where their content is. And then you create rage bait content on, you know, normal consumer apps like TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and YouTube Shorts. And people get pissed off. You go viral because everyone's screaming about how much they hate you or how vile it is. Like, for instance, this one obviously was very controversial. And then there's going to be a percentage of those people that fucking eventually funnel back and end up paying for your OnlyFans. You make $1 million. Like, it's so fun. We live in such a fucking weird social climate where that is a lucrative business model now, where some of these chicks are making, you know, multiple 7 figures a year as these kind of new age adult entertainers that are savvy with their marketing funnel. Basically, if you want to go back to like kind of like brass tack marketing techniques, it's not like, you know, for years it's like build a business and have a landing page and an email marketing team and then like run Facebook ads. It's like, no. For these chicks, OnlyFans, do your shit and then just create rage bait content and people will find your OnlyFans. I talk about it. So when I'm making videos with my wife a lot, clips like this will come up in various videos we're doing, and she like didn't get it. And I was like, honey, this is the new age adult entertainer. Is you are independent. You're not giving a cut of your money to anybody else. You have a paywalled site like OnlyFans where you do fucking 1080s and 720s on a horsecock dildo, suction cup to your bathtub, whatever the fuck else you do. It's crazy. Girl power, baby. Here's another one.
I didn't graduate college. I'm a CEO. I'm a multimillionaire. So what the does it matter? Why are you so dead set?
Bro, you're acting like you own McDonald's. Like you do.
Okay.
My point.
Still a multimillionaire CEO.
Well, mom was betting one of us to do it, and you already f***ed up. So I guess I have to do it now.
Fair enough. Yeah, touche. Yeah, I guess. You got to bite the bullet. I'm the up of the family, so now you got to be the golden child.
Well, you were the golden child, but you f***ed it up. So I never asked this. I never asked for this.
Now you got to live up to it.
I don't want to.
4 years of nothing, buddy.
I don't want to do that.
Whatever. I didn't graduate college. I'm a CEO. I'm a multimillionaire. So what the does it matter? Why are you so dead set?
Bro.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, this is the type of thing where there's always going to be a line in the sand for people, and it really just comes down to kind of like your value system and the morals you're built on. Like if you are fully on board with just female empowerment and like expressing your sexuality, and if you can use that to make money, then like more power to you. Money is the end all be all. Success, great, that's awesome. And the other flip side of that is like if you are someone who has a compass where, you know, the sanctity of marriage matters, decency matters, shame and modesty, if those things matter to you, this stuff is obviously insane. But I mean, it's just so it's for me personally, like, you know, I was raised super conservative, and then as I've become an adult, I've become a little bit more loosey-goosey with my values, just as far as like what I'm willing to, I don't know, like I'm not a big like sinner, fucking scarlet letter type of person, but I do think there is a level when it comes to sexuality, there is a level of, you know, like modesty and sanctity that can't be reclaimed once you decide to go down this route. And I think a lot of people have just become desensitized to it because it's so popular now. But I think eventually there comes a time for everybody where you have to sit down and kind of like face the music. Do you want to have a family? Do you want a partner that is invested in you, that cares about you, that wants to spend a life and grow together? Or are you only worried about cars and money and expensive, nice things, right? Because eventually there will be a time where these decisions will catch up to you. No question. Because no matter how far we go down the rabbit hole of like sexual expression and feminism and freedom of sexual expression and empowerment, all of these things, there is this kind of underlying ubiquity to the fact that once you make the decision to monetize your sexuality, I would say in the eyes of most men, you have now permanently gone down to a certain tier that is unrecoverable. I'm not saying you can't have good relationships and there aren't men that will love you and you can't get married, all these things. But I'm saying based on the value system in most societies, you have now rescinded that tier. And I'm not saying that, this is reality. I'm not trying to be like, I'm not trying to tell people what they should do. I'm just telling you the thought process of, I would say, a large majority of men in our society. That's just facts. And that's fine. If that doesn't matter to you and you just want to make a couple $1 million and live a fucking lavish lifestyle, that's fine if that's your thing. I think some people probably genuinely might be better off that way. But some people aren't geared for that. Some people don't love that. And I think some people go after that too soon and then realize and maybe regret it later on when they want to take a more traditional route and settle down, kind of family, monogamy, all these things. And then those things never leave you, unfortunately. So it becomes a little more difficult to do that. But so that's my little talk on that. It's a subject that will be talked about at length, and everyone has their own opinion. No one's going to agree. It's like everything else when it comes to sexual expression. As long as humanity has existed, sexuality has been monetizable, and there's always going to be a market for that. And this isn't just a knock. I'm not trying to knock women here. This is as much an indictment on men as it is on women, because the reason the market exists and is so lucrative is because of men. Because of dudes paying for it. Everyone's on the hook, baby. Let's turn the dial down from an 11 to a 9.5 real quick. I got one for you. Have you guys ever heard of fridgescaping? All right, there's landscaping, there's manscaping. Okay, apparently this is a new thing. My boy Christian found this, but this is fridgescaping. Let's take a peek. Jesus, that's loud. Known in Malibu as the girl with the cakes, and now I'm being recognized as the girl with all the fruits and veggies. What? It's one place you look every single day. Fill it with love. The week that I decorated this fridge, my mom was coming in town to visit, so I wanted to share my beauty products with her and display them on the top shelf. It was from a place of pure love. Each week, this fridge changes. Of course it does. I'm a fridgescaper. I'm a baker, and my kitchen is like my office. I make it beautiful. My absolute most favorite place to decorate is inside the fridge because it's the one place most people themselves look every single day. I make it beautiful. For myself. Hashtag single life with no kids. Amen. Yeah, there's no chance this would fly with kids. Here are my steps. Jesus Christ, this is 9 paragraphs. We're not going to read the whole thing, but good Lord, fridgescaping, don't worry, guys. Hold tight. There's more. I love my girl fridge. You know what grinds my gears? Okay, you know what fucks me up? It's people that buy things that come in containers and take them out of those containers and put them in new containers for no fucking reason other than to look more organized. It comes in a fucking container! What is the... Holy shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I appreciate a beautiful fridge. I mean, I'm the first guy to appreciate a gorgeous fridge-scaped $4,500 Sub-Zero iron fridge. I love this stuff. I do. I fucking love it. But just you don't need to take the whipped cream out of the Miracle Whip and put it in a fucking mason jar. Keep it in the fucking... It's all right, Leon. Things are going to be okay. You're all right. You're all right, Cal. You're all right, pal. Things are going to be all right. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you my girl fridge. What's your favorite part? No, it doesn't always look like this, but I do a weekly cleanup to get it to the level of peace and harmony I desire. My brain needs to be able to see mostly of all that I have available to choose from, so I love adding baskets and colanders to house things that would otherwise be stowed away in drawers, forgotten and rotting. I know it might be silly, understatement of the fucking year, but this is an area of my home that brings me too much dopamine when done right. Two's misspelled, not for nothing. And a bit of chaos when, well, chaotic. Maybe it's the foodie in me. I don't know, because I assure you I'm not very well organized. Yeah, clearly by this video, you're not at all well organized. My first line of thinking is, ma'am, God bless you for being so affluent that this is something that's even on your list of things that matter. Holy fucking shit. If you are a fridgescaper, you are one of the most affluent people on the goddamn planet, and God bless you. I don't have anything against you. I live a pretty affluent life, but Jesus Christ, if I'm ever landscaping the inside of my fridge, I've come out as transgender or something. It's definitely a girl thing, I think, or a gay man thing, I guess. I don't know. really quite interesting. This is just like, it's a classic, like there's a very specific market for this, and it is wealthy stay-at-home moms typically. Although the last girl said she didn't have kids. So maybe maybe wealthy women. Don't worry. There's more. Like, she's decorating. Like, you're decorating the inside of your fridge with a framed photo of your cat and what looks like a fake kind of like something from Target, and then maybe real cilantro with a fake one behind it. Truly remarkable shit. Oh my fucking god. Really? This is too much. I hate this. This is no. Yeah, took the eggs out of the carton to put them in a thing. Yeah. No. I cannot be fucked. If I opened someone's fridge and I was like over my buddy's house, and you know, dude, you mind if I grab like a water? He's like, yeah, no problem, help yourself. I open it and there's a full ass potted plant in there and a framed picture of his fucking pet. I'm flipping that fridge over like Hulk. I'm going green and I'm flipping that fridge over and I'm body slamming that shit into the ground. I can't handle that type of shit. I want this fridge to contain food. I want it to be a little messy. I want you to show me that you actually live your life. You know, there was a famous probably quote that's been around for a long time, but I grew up and my mother always had this. It was framed on the wall. You know, it was framed on the wall. It said, "A spotless house is a sign of a misspent life." That was it. And it's like, you can make an effort, but man, if you got time to make the inside of your fridge look immaculate, what the fuck are you doing? Holy shit. That is and we always, it always comes back to this idea that like before social media, of course this would never exist. But unfortunately, social media incentivizes and catalyzes all types of absolutely moronic behavior. And whether that's like harassing people in public with like rage prank videos, or putting a picture of your cat in your fridge. Those things are kind of on the same plane to me. they're both pretty similar, honestly. Although this one's not hurting anyone, I'll give them a point for that. I got bad news for you guys. There's more. Fuck you. It's getting worse as we go down the list. Song's kind of fire though. You keep your necklaces in the fridge now? Oh, you put did she put a bolo around her Brita water filter? That's fucking brilliant. Yeehaw. A horse. Dude, who has room for a fucking model horse in your fridge? Is that a DVD? All right, they're trolling now. They're trolling. They have to be trolling. I mean, there's not even anything in the bottom right. What are we doing? Here's the deal. I mean, the reality of it is, if you take ketchup out of your fridge to like put on a hamburger, you're having some nuggies or some tenders, a little ketchup, and you then go back into your fridge, if you aren't struggling to like the place you took the ketchup out felt like it fit, and then you go back to put the ketchup back in, miraculously doesn't fit anymore. If you're not struggling to fit sauces back in your fridge, what the fuck are you doing with your life? How do you have free real estate in your fridge for a fucking bolo and a horse? What do you do? What is going on? Who are these people? Who are these people? These people are not real. I refuse to believe that these people exist. This has to be manufactured in a content farm that is made to piss me and you off. There's no other alternative solution or answer or explanation to this. I don't believe it. The unfortunate news is there's more. There we go. We got the Beauty and the Beast mirror now. All right, now she's yanking my chain now. 100%. It's the same chick. It's like is that the Beauty and the Beast mirror? Show me the beast. The little embroidered masterpiece. Oh my God. Did you make that? If so, how? Do not refrigerate tomatoes. Out of all this, that's what you have? You have advice on tomatoes? Fuck up. Part of me says nobody's got time for this, but most of me wants to do this first thing in the morning. Yeah. This is such like yeah. It's true. This is such a like, this is honestly, I'm going to be honest and no shade. Love my wife. She's the best. If my wife stumbles across this shit, I'm cooked. I'm going to be going home and open my fridge. There's going to be like a little toy horse in there and it's going to be over for us. She's the type of like, she's just like that casual, constant Instagram scroller that gets these little ideas in her head. Sometimes I have to beat them out of her head, not physically, just like, you know, jokingly. But she would see something like this and be like, oh, that looks so cute. I might not be giving her enough credit. There's a good chance I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to run this experiment. I'm going to show her one of these videos and just wait and see how she reacts, because there is an actual possibility, as much as she is a clean freak and she loves to organize, she would watch this and be like, that is gay. And then I'd be like, fuck yeah, high five and a kiss and a slap on the ass, and we'd be on our way. Oh man. Good times. Fridgescaping. Who'd have thought? Look at us. Who'd have thought? Look at us. Look at us.